from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
We just want to be treated with a little respect and like American citizens and be allowed to do our constitutional right.
A group of people in Grand Forks is upset after being kicked out of the public library. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. The issue at hand concerns the proposed location of the new library in Grand Forks. One group is hoping to influence the city council to keep the library at its current location by rallying support. While gathering petition signatures, they were told to leave. Valley News Team's Cornelius Hawker tells us how one group found out the hard way that a public space can't be used for just anything.
I think we need 5 resignations from the mayor and council appointed library board.
C.T. Marhula, a well-known activist in the Grand Forks community, has made it his cause to let the library board and city council know several people want the new library to stay in the current location.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, right. Keep it in this location, somewhere in this location. Renovation is fine. I like this location.
People who feel the same way are signing a petition out in front of the library. They were inside collecting signatures, but Marhula says they were kicked out on Tuesday for no reason at all.
This is not North Dakota nice. This is not a constitutional, a little pocketbook that I'm sure they have in the library. The Constitution guarantees the right to petition.
But that's where things take an interesting turn, according to an attorney.
The First Amendment of the Constitution protects free speech, but it's not an absolute right. In other words, people have no First Amendment right to yell fire in a crowded theater, for instance.
Thompson points to several court cases which say the government can regulate speech in a reasonable time or place.
If they were approaching people as they were reading at tables or going to card catalogs or using computers, for people to do that in a library, which is a quiet place, perhaps one of the most quiet public places that there are, would be a basis for a government or representatives of a government to ask people to leave.
It's more about the way they treated us to throw us out in the seat. There's 2 ways to handle things, the decent way and the way they handled it.
Library Director Wendy Wentz says it's their long-standing policy to prohibit soliciting in the library in any form, and they enforced that policy with the group yesterday to make sure they're treating everyone the same. Reporting from Grand Forks, Cornelius Hawker, Valley News Live.
There's a library board meeting that's just wrapping up, and we'll tell you what happened there tonight on Valley News Live at 6. The West Fargo School District is partnering with police for the start of the school year as they continue to monitor the drug problem that's made its way into the schools. In the spring, the school district discovered fentanyl was being dealt and used inside schools. Since then, multiple arrests and convictions have occurred, slowing the trafficking, distribution, and sale of the drugs. However, school officials say parents should be aware dangerous drugs are still available from the dark web. And West Fargo schools will be holding assemblies within the first month of school. The district is encouraging students to talk with the school resource officer or text a tip if something at school is worrying them. Parents are being asked to talk to your children about drug use, including how to look for warning signs in their friends or classmates. It's been beautiful out there today, and we're looking for nice weather this evening for all those outdoor activities. So let's head over to meteorologist Justin Fanfarelli for a first look. Justin?
And thank you, Andrea, and good evening, everybody. Yeah, plenty of sunshine out there, a flow from the south or southwest, and we are seeing really warm temperatures. Let's take a look at where we are right now. 88 in Fargo, 85 at Jamestown, 87 Devils Lake, and an 82 at Bemidji. Looking off toward western North Dakota, they're into the low to mid 90s right now. As for the precipitation, not a lot going on. Taking a look at the satellite, we are seeing mainly clear skies out there. One rogue shower with a possible rumble of thunder just off to the west of our viewing area, approaching the Towner County area. If it does stay together, we're going to keep mainly clear skies out there as we go through this evening, and it will be warm as temperatures will fall back into the mid-70s by around 9 and 10 and back to near 70 by midnight. We're tracking what might happen for tomorrow. A slight risk of severe weather from Fargo Point south into Lakes Country. Well, much more on that coming up a little later on in the newscast.
All right, thanks, Justin.
Yeah.
A Jamestown, North Dakota man was stabbed and another injured following an early morning fight. 2 men, one 32 years old, the other 61, were hurt. Police Chief Scott Ettinger says the 32-year-old man was stabbed in the chest during a confrontation. He was taken to the Jamestown Medical Center, but later was moved to another facility. The 61-year-old man had some cuts. He was treated and released from the hospital. Chief Ettinger says charges will be filed once the investigation is complete. A lot of people were wondering about all the emergency vehicles during morning rush hour on I-29 in South Fargo, and we have the answer. It was a car fire about a mile south of the 52nd Avenue South exit. An SUV was engulfed when firefighters arrived. 2 people in the vehicle were able to get out safely. One of them tells us it sounded like an explosion before the fire started. Emergency crews say the fire was in the engine and the passenger side of the car. That car is a total loss, and officials are still unsure of the cause. The construction in Moorhead is now affecting the city's annual Greater Moorhead Days celebration. City officials announced today they're canceling the parade over traffic concerns associated with all of the detours. The parade usually goes down 20th Street, which is being used heavily as a detour route as work continues at 8th Street and I-94. All other events for Greater Moorhead Days will go on as planned. Minnesota Democrats say it's time to put partisan bickering aside, get back to work in a special legislative session, and get property tax breaks in place for homeowners, farmers, and businesses. They were in Moorhead today, urging the governor and Republican leaders to call lawmakers back to work. They agree it has to happen before Labor Day. There is much at stake, including the Moorhead Underpass and other repair and construction projects. But Representative Paul Marquardt says the tax bill that's in limbo right now is crucial.
We have to absolutely provide property tax relief for farmers on school building bonds. That's in the tax bill. Increases in local government aid helps keep property taxes down and services up. That's in the tax bill. Important direct property tax relief for businesses. That's in the tax bill.
Legislative leaders and the governor will meet tomorrow in St. Paul to again try to iron out their differences, and we'll keep you posted on the developments. Hunters who would like to take part in North Dakota's 2016 swan hunting season need to get their applications for a swan tag in by midnight tonight. These aren't the big trumpeter swans, but the smaller tundra swans. The North Dakota Game and Fish Department has 2,200 tags available. And though it's not the most popular hunting season, you will still need to apply if you want to try it out.
Once in a while we get a demand that exceeds what we have available, but we open up to non-residents well. So if you're watching us in Minnesota and you think it'd be fun to get a chance.
The season opens October 1st. It's $10 for North Dakota residents and $30 for non-residents. If you want to apply, we have a link on our hot button at valleynewslive.com. It's an event where you'll want to arrive with an empty stomach so you can try all the delicious food. The Fargo Food Truck Festival is this weekend, and this time you'll find even more vendors and live music. Food like fried walleye, tacos, and mini donuts will be served up Friday through Sunday.
Lots of food, lots of unique items that are going to be offered out there, and almost 20 food trucks out there, so it'll be a lot of fun.
You can get in free for lunch on Friday from 11 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon. And if you'd like to get out and enjoy the weather tonight, the annual 5K Fun Run is back on at Good Shepherd in Moorhead. It was postponed last week because of the weather. Registration is open right now until the race, which starts at 7:30. If you don't want to run, you can go for dinner at 5 and outdoor worship at 6:15. Or bring the family to enjoy live music and a bouncy house. That all starts at 7 p.m. after worship. All proceeds go to Churches United for the Homeless and Pathways.